Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. So today we're going to be covering my thoughts on season 2, how to counterplay 2-1 up forward 1+2 from Jack 8, and then gameplay after that. So I'll have the timestamps in the description. See you guys around. It's really interesting that for Tekken 8, it's never been good since release. Realistically, if you play Tekken 7 like I did, you're conditioned to respect Tekken's turn taking, to the movement and the spacing aspect of the game. And Tekken 8 actually stripped all three of those aspects away from the game. You can no longer really use movement to create whiffs as efficiently because every move in the game goes across the screen with a teleport. And your backdash is worthless for the most part. The small use you get out of it is a fraction of what it is. Every character in Tekken and Tekken 8 moves worse than Gigas in Tekken 7. That's just a fact. He literally even steps more basic pokes than most characters do in Tekken 8. I don't really know what they're supposed to be doing with this game. Michael Murray, you don't know anything about defense, so why are you keep fucking acting like you're an authority on this? You just fucking work on the game, dumb fuck. You don't play the game. You're not good. You never were. No one on the whole development team is better than me at the game. Let's keep that 200. So when we're talking about defense and with the game, why do you guys act so smug about it and shield your developers from it? You don't know what you're talking about. The game having even heat in the first place is what causes a lot of the issue, because you have to normalize getting your turn taken and having to call out on your own turn. In Tekken 7, you played a tag-based game where if you did offense, you held your turn for about a turn and a half, and then you poke, and then it goes back to neutral. And then they use movement to counter your poke and continue forth. And Tekken 8 stripped that so much to where now it's like you actually can have a turn like for 4 turns in a row, for 5 turns in a row, and it's normal. And then in neutral with no heat, you can control a turn for at least 3 turns. For free. And it's like, in what fucking planet is the counterplay just mashing or not mashing? Just blocking low or not blocking low? I remember a time where you literally thought so little about blocking lows because you would just backdash and think about maintaining your solid defense. I'm gonna hold back. I'm just gonna take whatever they give, back up, create space, look for them to make a mistake, and not give in to the pressure. And they were like, no. We're actually dealing with the pressure 100-fold, or else. The direction they already went is too far. Tekken 8 has the upside of being fun when you're doing things, but when you feel the game, you have to ignore what's wrong with it in order to even half enjoy the idea of the game, because of how sluggish it feels. You literally don't feel like you're playing a movement-based game, because you're not. I guess we're going to break down 2-1. So the string itself, you never really had to worry about much in past iterations of Tekken. And now we're at the party version of Tekken. And now 2-1 1+2 is like a 4-way mix-up. I know no one asked for it. It didn't need to be there. So let's start breaking down the options. So first is just 2-1-2. So this option by itself is -12. And then you could be, okay, well, you know, if maybe for a normal size character you can do this. Actually, I wonder, you know what? I have to figure it out. All right, 1 second. We're gonna pick a smaller character, because Gigas used to be able to step that to the right. So that's why in my notes I still had it like that. Okay. Okay. Nice. So yeah. So now that I'm not crazy, what the fuck is the new? What is this new dumb shit? I forgot they made him an extra boss character in this game. He was already a boss, but he's like a DLC boss character now. Wait, I have to try to figure it out. So it's not this. That's a tailspin. So what, you can do like You know what's funny? I just made that up. It's actually stupid as fuck that those are his good options. You know what? Just hold forward now. Alright, here you go. Bonk. Oh, what a fucking gay-ass character. I saw that from YouTube. I knew the 2-4 would still connect if the first part whiffed. Alright, that would... Okay. My bad, my bad. Jin players are so carried. And they've always has been. If you're complaining about Jin and Tekken 8, bro, you just should jump off a bridge. I'm not gonna hold you. Ooh. Boom. Real... Okay. Boom. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll beat that. Okay, so realistically, this is why they gave him this dumbass mechanic. And it's not better than Gigas's. Mind you, it's cool. The guess is fucking annoying now that he's allowed to like do this. That was free. So 2-1+2 is like 60,000 high move. Oh my god, yo, he is up there for a fucking minute. Okay, so can't use movement if you're fat. Oh, that didn't punish though. Could he block? That's criminal. That didn't punish either. Where the fuck is this punish meter, bro? That's crazy. All right, right. So it's a high. It's safe. It does mad chip. Like, okay, I'm gonna get hit by it. Look. This motherfucker does 10 chip. That's dirty work. Alright, let me rehide this stuff. Yeah, we already see it. Alright. That's fucked up. It's high. I'm sure that it also loses to like yeah, like shit like this. So now we're gonna break down the third option. 2-1 up forward, 1+2. So this I always, because you can't really deal with this movement. When he's doing 2-1, this is not where the movement works. Beating with movement is if they whiff, and then you can get away from the second parts of it, right? This is the only way you'll ever get anything that's even like remotely okay. Like, this is not gonna happen. What I do is I react to that. Once he jumps off the ground, you go, boom. You just wait for that. For me, this is how I deal with the movement 90% of the time. And then, but the thing is though, is when it gets real bad, the situation really turns into a spot where you always have to be ready to punish the -13 move, because there's 2 guaranteed ones. The sequence that we're going with here is up forward 1+2, or 2-1 up forward 1+2, up forward 1+2, forward 2. So this scenario is to break down the 2 ways that is beatable by movement. This scenario, where they only can do the jump 1 time, guaranteed no movement. And then the second guess is really just because of how dumb all the other options are. So we're gonna let him do both now, right? Boom, you block, and then you gotta go. You gotta, okay, well, yeah, Jack's kind of not good with this stuff, but yeah, I'll think of one. I'll think of one. That actually wasn't a combo. Only the first part. Okay, so you take punishes like that. That's what we're... Honestly, with Jack in this season, when I take punishes like this, that's how I take punishes back, because that is basically my 13 frame punish. But alright, so we gave him those scenarios. That's what really... So you have to deal with it here. Or if you fail that part, you can make the read again. But if you get hit at any point, you're taking that for free. And he can react to it and do whatever he wants with it, like, kind of fucked up. I wonder what other ones do. I think every power burst works. Oh, that was bad. I don't want to do that. Yeah, crazy. I think if you play a good character, there are characters who can step the initial one, but good luck, is what I'll say. A good player can really mix it up. And this is my favorite variation of the sequence. Boom, boom. So, yeah, so it's really to beat people who panic the first option. So, like, what he could do there, right? So, that's only the part, the idea. Is so if you were, like, keen on it, being like, boom. Oh, I guess, you know, here now. Okay, there we go. You know, just relent. Oh, I got a power crush. And it's like, no, brother. Let's take a trip. So now we're going to go with the next variation, which I think this is the power crush scenario. So after this, you really can't do anything. Unfortunately, you have to just do this. That's it. Because in Tekken 8, you can do this, I think. My bad. Get hit. This is definitely the best punish you can do. I kind of forget that. This is cracked. I only forget it because this game is so bad I don't give a fuck about that. Last scenario here that I have written out in my CPU actions. Let's see what it is. Okay, so it's the repeating scenario. This is really where this part becomes important. Because once he can get this thing going, right, you have to, like, that's what makes everything work. Is because if you're worried about this option at all, you know you just wasted your turn. You have to call it out. But it's the same way as getting stances always lost. So a lot of the time is you just, like, the parry doesn't work because you blocked. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's a pretty funny scenario. And it also tracks you. So if you wait until your turn, you go to call out the jump again, that will call out the jump reads. Like the second call out. So that's pretty funny. And then also the third extra call out for him would be, so we're going to make him block this before we start. And it would be the 2-1, up forward 2-1. So the 1 in the super form makes it to where, like, if you fuck up, you actually get really hurt. I guess he doesn't have the G meter because they didn't activate that. But yeah, so the thing would tornado you on hit. So yeah, so it's like you can get some dumbass route where he's able to, like, finagle his way some damage that he didn't deserve, in short. Oh, you know what I'm just tripping up? I just thought of, so in this mode, if he hits you with this shit, right? What I just thought of is that in this mode, this should tornado again. Yeah, so it's like, boom. Oh. What a fucking dumbass patch. But I'm not gonna lie, the combo is super entertaining. But the sequence, how I'd break down the sequence is you gotta make the 2-1 up forward 1+2 get air floated, not a combo, like not a string. And once you do that, it already made the 2-1-2 already too good, and the 2-1 1+2 already too good. So it has to be like +3. So if they're gonna do it, they can't. They should just be blocking and low parrying. But that's not Tekken 8.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight. Round 3. Fight.